Hey fellow glaziers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, episode 49, Plumbum Conundrum. The first thing I want to do here is to harvest the charcoal that we had started and fire up the last glass bloom. We ended up, trying to make we ended up trying to make glass for a tradesperson. And then they ended up changing their recipe, so we didn't. So we have all but one charcoal in here with quartz chunk, and we're just trying to, make use of the glass. So I did a very quick charcoal burn there, and it actually looks like it's still just going. So there really might be not that much to do. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to poll you guys about what I should work on. So there's a few different options, and I want to explain them so that you fully understand and appreciate the sort of like longer term goals and consequences of this. So the end game of Vintage Story is definitely 100% going to require me to have armor. With that said, I can't really start it without a treasure hunter trader, because they are required to kick off the sort of end game. And then on top of that, my world gen, I designed purposefully to be full of oceans. So it's also entirely possible that I will need a sailboat even to get to the treasure hunting trader, and or the end game archives. So options 1 through 3 are all sub goals of working towards kind of the end game, and you guys can choose which of those. And then of course there's improve the hilltop watchtower, because I just made a big batch of glass, and there's other things that we could do. My choice or your choice being of course like I would open a suggestion box and you guys can propose. One thing I wanted to do prior to any of these goals though is move my leatherworking up here to the hilltop and then start another batch, because sooner or later I'm going to want an abundance of leather for the leather jerkin that I would require for armor making, and leather is not one of those things that can be rushed. It just takes as much time as it takes. So would I consider steel? So that's another question. I could potentially consider steel. If I do, it just adds a considerable lag time for everything, because steel is not a quick thing to just like whip up. So yeah, I will consider steel. Oh boy, 8. But maybe we try it without steel. Maybe we do the steel. I'm not sure. So we have weak tannin going through this barrel. There's just not enough strong tannin to bother. Wait, this is... Oh, I picked up a raw bowl, like, somewhere. There's not enough strong tannin to warrant bothering to preserve these barrels. So 2 of the barrels are going up top. And I'm going to leave this barrel here. Maybe we actually just make another barrel up top. Rather than wait for it to empty out. Good thing cold snaps aren't a thing because of all that flax that's almost ready to harvest. True. Yeah, I suppose if it was a thing, I could just harvest it early, get partial yields, better than it just dying to cold. So I did mention if I was going to leatherwork up here, I'd probably want to set it up in such a way that it's I don't want to fill up my last little remaining space, because there's not a lot of room up here. Oh my god, are you sure you don't want me? Oh no, maybe it's not that fast wind. I thought for a moment it was much faster. I was bamboozled. And it looks like improving the hilltop watchtower, which is like my home, that's what I'm calling it, seems to be the popular option, which means setting up a balcony for the leatherworking isn't really all that unreasonable. So let's do that. We're going to resolve that pull. So the current priority is work, the last glass, bloom, and improve home. I'm all about it. And Dave, thank you for the resub. So I had mentioned potentially using this as a balcony, and I think I want to. I think I'm going to pull the trigger on that, which means getting rid of the dirt scaffolding that honestly is just ugly and I had been meaning to get rid of for a long time now, and building something a little bit more glamorous and permanent. How much more can the sails be expanded? So they're 2/5 of potential max length. With that said, if I do need a sailboat to get to the Treasure Hunter Trader or the Resonance Archive, it may not make sense to go max size anyway, because the sailboat requires 21 linen sheets for sails, so max size is expensive. Alright, all of the dirt scaffolding here I could probably get rid of too. At some point I could probably do something with the land underneath my, like, entryway. I'm almost going to call it like a moat bridge. I mean, it's not a moat, but the bridge. But I'll figure that out later. Alright. I think I want to build the balcony out of wood, as it would look better rather than like stone, because stonework wouldn't hang quite the same. So even though oak is very useful for leather making, I think I'm going to use oak anyway. I mean, it's available, it's here. Yeah, I'll just do a whole stack of this stuff. We'll start with slabs and see where that takes us. Whoa! Right. I gotta watch my step. Maybe I should build from up there. So these here, these slabs should probably be full blocks, so they look more correct. So I need 6 full blocks. I only have 3, so I'll need to make some more. And then I'll do the rest of the building from up there. Should be a little bit easier. Oops. Well, I spoke too soon. I'll force it to be horizontal then. And the thing is, maybe I'll put my leather barrels out here, like on the balcony. I think that's not too unreasonable. And then I can add oak fences or something with support beams. If I want to do fence, oh, that's, let's see, oak fence or fence. Wooden fence, so sticks and boards. I have lots of sticks. And this is not gates. Good. Now the other wonder is it, so it's not going to be covered by snow, and I might want some sort of like roof for it. And then to put the barrels out there. Sounds very windy out. I'm going to leave that running. It's going to clang. I'm sorry if you find it annoying. I'm just trying to figure out if and when I have good power. So I had a bunch of these maple fences, but I decided to go with oak. Whatever. Okay, let's get the barrels out there. Also, I want to make one more barrel. These were... yeah, okay. Yeah, it sounds like it's pretty well powered at the moment. Okay. Do I have a bucket up here? Yes, I have an empty bucket. Did it work? Oh, yeah, I got it. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is a borax wash. I have a lot of hides, and I want to make a more leather. So the quarn's there, and my borax should be down here somewhere. So here's your little powered borax, and I think it's, what, 20? Maybe the borax is... that... where'd I put my borax? I know I had a lot more than what I'm... oh, you know, it's upstairs with the quartz. I'm sure what I did to it. There it is. Alright. After I, at least initiate the leather-making barrels, I think, I'll have you guys decide what I do after this, so I'll poll. As far as, improving the base goes. In fact, I'll write it up now. How to improve the base. So, I can do, let's see, labeled, organize, storage, build the rear balcony area. That's where the charcoal's going off right now. I could add glass windows or other viewer suggestions. So, pull up that way. Oh, yeah, let's not leave the bucket there. Diluted borax, perfect. We'll grab our medium raw hides and start working them through. The 12, I think, is the max, so we have 2 full batches here. Part of me actually wants to do... I'm gonna, like, double up the amount that I'm making. So that I end up with just a huge windfall of, yeah. Are leaded windows possible? They are, but, so the way the leaded windows work, here, I'll show you. The leaded windows would require us to get lead ingots. So if you do want glass windows, I can ask what kind of windows? Leaded versus, non-leaded. I have the glass for the non-leaded. If I wanted leaded windows, I do know where lead is, and I would need to go mine it. And then make ingots out of it. Which takes a while, because I only have 2 ingot molds. So it might be one of those situations where I should, like, get some more molds or something. I don't know. Alright, let's go ahead and crush up some more borax. One thing I hadn't considered is a chromium washed leather. I don't think I've prospected for chromium, though. Not like a potentially good area for chromium, which is why I don't think I'm going to include it in the potential things to make, at least for now. Perhaps when I'm traveling around looking for the Trader Hunter, I can poke about looking for chromium. We'll see. Okay, so those 2 are sealed. And I am going to want to... Oh, that's not a barrel. Let's try that again. It's a very busy balcony. But fill these up and then get the 4 batches of weak tannin going. And then 2 of them will become strong tannin. Okay, yes, it is windy. I'll get rid of that now. I mean, you can hear the wind blowing in the as part of the background noise or whatever. So once I finish setting up the tannin barrels, I will work on whatever wins in the pole. So this pole will end once I bucket brigade water into these barrels and then fill them with some oak. Also, cheers. I'm surprised there isn't like a windsock that you can add to the game. Something like that. Oh, my character is getting hypothermic. What is the external temp? -12? Yeah, I'll do it. There isn't even a modded windsock that you could find? Color me surprised. I mean, it's not super useful given that wind direction isn't a thing in the game, but wind speed definitely is. And the only other way that you can find wind speed is to look at your sails. But if your smithy is like high up, like a lot of people build them, it would be useful to have a windsock at like ground level so that you have a better wind gauge. I don't know, just spitballing here. Alright, body temp is getting better. The other thing I might want to consider is a new set of fur clothing, because my current clothing is wearing out. So that might be in order at some point. Okay, glass windows wins. Glass or leaded windows. So here's what they look like, roughly. Leaded windows have like these internal panes, like that. Whereas glass windows... Where's, glass windows are going to look more like that. Before I do anything else, let's put everything away. I think it makes sense to have borax in this chest here, where I have the other leather-making stuff. If I go on a bit of a trip, I'm definitely going to need more meals, and I think I need to go cook them. And then the other thing I wanted to do is to move the... Yep, so the charcoal's ready. It's like a bare minimum... Burn a charcoal. Just to get the fire going for the last glass. That was a bit of a mistake I made. So the rest of this charcoal, I'll like burn up in the furnace or something. Okay, so the last bloom for the quartz is on. Swell. Am I getting cold again? How? Well, I guess I didn't sit by the fire long enough. Fine, I'll sit here. Nimia, thank you for the resub. So it looks like you guys want me to go for lead. Yep, there it is. Lead just to my north. Near wolves, though, but still, it's fine. Okay, current priority right now is... make leaded windows. So I've got my pro pick, I've got extra picks, tools, I'll even bring the shears. I think I'm all set other than meals. So let's go cook up some quick meals. It is calm around here. That's good. And the bowls that I make... Oh, did I... Oh, for a second I thought I watched them finish. Cooking is actually going to be a problem, I just realized. My cooking bowl is currently being fired because we used our other cooking bowl to make candles, and it ruins it. I do have some spare meals in here, though. That should be enough to get us to lead and back. Oh boy, I ate the whole thing. Well, we'll return to the base hungry, but that should be fine. Let's reset torches in here. I don't know the last time I did that, but seems reasonable. And then also recheck the farm. Because when I was in here, I wasn't actually checking for, like, ripeness of the crops. I was just more or less sightseeing. I think I just lost a torch somehow. Whatever. Just a torch. It's a cool farm? Thanks. It was very necessary. I mean, I built it out of dirt. Just to keep me fed. But yeah, before I depart... Okay, so we do have stunted from onions. It's fine. None of the flax has been stunted so far. I'm hopeful it doesn't get stunted before harvest time. And some of the flax is already up to 8. I don't think that there's anything else for me to harvest. I think the closest would be parsnips. Oh, no, nope. These turnips are good. Good to go. So 1 turnip. And then wherever I planted the parsnips, I think they were pretty close too. These turnips are 4 out of 5, and then the parsnips... God, where did I plant the parsnips? Oh, here they are. 7 of 8. Maybe I have a K seed to put in. So we just planted N, so it needs to be not N. Yeah, I could do flax for K. At this point, I'm... Oh, this just got it. Got it. At this point, I'm not 100% sure that stuff that we're putting into the ground is going to survive. But, like, if it doesn't, not a big deal. We've got everything we need to go. That's still being fired. So yeah, let's do a nighttime trip up north to the lead. Get us some lead. Why, might I ask, did you guys vote for leaded windows? Given the fact that I already had glass on hand. Out of curiosity. Looks nicer? Fair. What is... Oh, is that like a constellation? Yeah, okay. Looked like something else illuminated. Gotta stay dry. So I spotted lead around here. Black coal bits. There was also lead, claystone. I think what I might do is just start digging, because I don't think I picked up the lead bits though. Oh, it would be down here. Oh right, I remember. Was there another spot that I had lead? I think there was lead way out west. Yeah. All right, I'm already here. I'm gonna just get the lead that's here. We didn't actually. So the thing is, we didn't actually spot the lead here. We pro-picked for it. So I'm not sure exactly where it is. Well, yeah. Well, let's look. Alright, it's somewhere around here. I'm gonna use up my old copper pick. Even though it's slower. Looking for the lead. Let's see. Are we closer or farther? Oh, hey, Wolfie. Medium amounts. Okay, we're getting closer. It, of course, could be below, too. I don't want to discount that possibility. Small amounts. Okay. I think it's likely below us. There it is. Found it. And this only requires a copper tool to break, so I'm just going to use up my copper tool getting the lead. One thing I could have considered doing prior is making more ingot molds before I left. Because without additional ingot molds, it's going to be really slow to make all the lead ingots. Of course, the one advantage of the lead is its melting temp. Very, very, very low. So, I think just about anything can turn lead ore into ingots. Like, just about anything that you can burn will do. Wolves around here are like, we want to eat you. Or whatever they end up doing, I don't know. I guess we'll pro-pick. Chunk search. See if they're still around. I don't think I harvested medium amounts so far, so there should still be plenty of lead around. Yeah. Okay. Lower? Maybe? Lead, as far as metals go, have one of the lowest melting temperatures. I mean, obviously, it's not like mercury or anything. But, lead is a very soft metal. With a low melting temp. Okay, now where? Lower doesn't seem to be paying off. It's somewhere. I feel like the main load is somewhere, and I just can't find it. I've got 19 so far. It's not bad. God, will this pick just break already? As soon as it breaks, I can switch up to my iron one. There it goes. My iron one's gonna be a lot faster. Just occurred to me, I haven't actually made a meteoric one yet. I don't know why. Guess that's next. Oh. Got some unfriendlies around. I might just give up trying to find these last nuggets of lead. I don't know where they are, but they sure like hiding. None of the lead seems to have formed in the granite either. You don't think lead could be in granite? It might not be able to be. Let's see. Tin, chromium, titanium, iron. Nope. It is not a host rock for lead. You are right. So, in order to do that, it's just shift H. So, claystone can have black coal, brown coal, anthracite, lead. But, granite can't. Maybe it's above. Alright, I'm pulling the plug on this thing. So I'll just make as many leaded panes as I can with the lead I have. I think it's pretty reasonable. I think I made some friends. Really? I thought I ducked. Oh, this is somewhat annoying. Ooh. I will take the fibers, though. What time is it out? Just... Sometimes I feel like skinning Botorns just doesn't work. There it goes. And then you walk up to it and it's like, oh, okay, magically it's done. It is... Oh, it's daytime outside. So I just need to get outside. And the monsters are gonna leave me alone. So I'm gonna delete this lead spot. I didn't get all the lead, but like I don't think it is ever worth me returning there. But you did bring up, Endion, you bring up a very good point, which is when you're joining or starting a new Vintage Story server, one thing that's very important is that you have variability of host rock around you. Because if you only have one type of host rock, let's say it's only lead or only claystone or only granite, you're going to be somewhat limited about what you can find. So when starting a new server, I still use the old map colors because you can tell what the host rock is when it's not snowy, of course. So that you know whether you're in just one giant granite land or if there is some variation, because variation will allow you to find a wider variety of metals and stones, or precious stones and things like that. And I've definitely been in some runs where it was all of one type of stone, and it's bad because then it can severely limit what you can find as a result. And it always hurts to have to just like re-roll a map. The only alternative is to like pack up all your stuff and run for like ages in game until you're somewhere new. But that can be an equally frustrating endeavor. Do I have clay for more molds? I do. I have plenty of clay. That I have in spades. We are gonna do probably something with the red meat. Let's do red meat and more turnips. No, red meat, onions, and carrots. Sounds nice. Oh, I don't have any peat here. Huh. Did we fully get... No, there's still a little peat left. I might have to go mass dig peat elsewhere, because I think the amount of peat we have around our base is... I know I have some stored up in the mountain. Oh, actually, no, there's plenty of peat left here. I take that back. Just was buried under the snow. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story Frostlands, which originally streamed live on Twitch January 2nd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Seraphs.